Hey everyone, this is Bethany, BA Crafty Girl, and I just wanted to share my Operation Right Home box with you guys before I ship it out. And hopefully it will go in the mail soon. So I just kind of wanted to show what it looks like. There it be. I'm using a shoebox, and I took little slips of paper and used them as tabs so that the shipper knows what they're getting into. So just trying to help them out, and this is the suggestion that I had seen on an Operation Right Home video, was to use the little paper. And then this part right here, I'm going to stick some tissue paper down in there so that they don't jostle around too much. Jostle, is that a word? I'm not even sure. But anyway, the next step is to print off a packing slip. They print out two to a page, and you just put your name and your address and stuff, because they send you a tax thing for your donation at the end of the year, and then your email, and then you put how many cards you made, how many cards are in the box, how many any hero cards, and if you're sending a money donation, and if there's a challenge, sometimes they have a challenge and you can win a prize, and then notes. And then over here, no glitter. Now, of course, you can use the DCWV paper that has glitter, or you can use like stickles if you seal it in with glossy accents and stuff like that. And they only do A2 size cards. If you do a dark card base, you have to line it with light paper. And then if you have a stamp, you can stamp the back of the cards with Operation Right Home, and you get those from Stampers Best. And or you can go to the Operation Right Home website, and you can they'll send you a free one if you sign up. And then you're tucking your envelopes, and I can show you that. So I will show you tucking. Let me find a good example here. Oh, this is a good example. So tucking is, here's the back of my card right here, and you stick that inside the envelope so that there's the flap of the envelope. You fold it backwards, and then the front of the card folds so that there's no flap to get stuck anywhere. So that's what tucking is. If you make cards the other way, cutting it the other way, like I do. Where did I get this from? Did I get it from Hello? I think I did. If you do cards the other way, like I do most of my cards this way. They open this way. Does that make sense? They open this way, or tall this way. Then you just, I tucked my flap in, but you can fold it backwards, and then the whole card goes in. So that's how that works. And then that's it. And then you just put your packing slip on top. And I actually have 86 cards in this box. So 86 cards are going in the mail. Hooray! And then I'm sure I'm going to get this question, so I'm going to put my box aside. I've showed all 86, I think, in other videos. So you can probably watch my other videos and see the cards if you want to see them up close. But I was going to show you where to find the packing slip. So this is the Operation Right Home main page. It's operationrighthome.org. You go to where it says mailroom right here, and there's a little drop-down menu, and then it says prepare cards to mail. You click on that, and then here's a little video down here about tucking your cards, and then just some guidelines about how to pack your cards up. And then down here, this red button says download packing slip, and you click on that. It downloads the packing slip. It prints, and there's 2 per page. You just print it out and fill it out. Stick it in your box with your cards. And it doesn't even have to be a box. It could be like a mailer of 5 cards, you know? And it could be a mailer of 2 cards. It's whatever you want to do. So you don't have to include envelopes, but I thought I would because I had them. And that's that. Also, I thought I would share, if you go back to the mailroom, there's this guidelines. Sorry. There's this guidelines, and, it's all the rules about if you want to make cards, what to do. And number 1, safety, and that's the no glitter, but, And what I like about it is it tells you the rules of how to do stuff, but then it gives you why, too. It gives you, please do not do this, here's why. And I really like that they explain why. So I thought people might be interested in that too. And then also in the mailroom, another place that I go frequently is the shipping addresses. And this is where you're going to ship your cards to. So like if you live on the West Coast, you'd send to Sandy. If you live in the East Coast, you'd send your box to Carol. If you live in the Midwest, like me, you would send your cards to Chris. And so I'm going to be mailing my cards to Chris tomorrow. And what also I love about this page is underneath for each month, it tells you what they need. So like my shipper in August, she says she needs love and anniversary, miss you, thank you cards. And then she also says she needs no more get well or sympathy cards. So it kind of gives you a heads up of what type of cards to make too for the month. And I like that a lot. And I had a lot of fun making these cards, and I am excited to do another box. I think I'm going to do some Christmas cards for them, but I can go back in deadlines. I think they're due by Halloween. Yes, and see, there's even, like, they did a special calendar that you can download and print and put on your wall, and it has highlighted all the deadlines. But here's the deadlines right here. And Christmas. So Christmas cards, if you want to do Christmas cards, but you are not going to stamp the Operation Right Home stamp on the back, and you're not going to include envelopes, your Christmas cards need to be in by October 10. And if you are going to tuck your envelopes and include envelopes, and you are going to stamp the back, then Christmas cards are due by Halloween. So there you go. And I think that's it. And then December 31st is Valentine's Day. So ones that are, it doesn't feel like they're coming up, but they are. So I think I'm going to try to do some more Christmas cards and send them in. That's going to be my next project after I make some more Halloween cards for personal. It also gives you a heads up, like what's appropriate. Like these types of cards are appropriate. These types of cards are not appropriate. And, if there is a rare theme, but your shipper asks for it in their little monthly little comment thing, then I think that's okay too. So anyway, that's all I know. And I'm not an expert or anything. The only things I know are because I've been on the Operation Right Home website and have done a lot of reading on it. And it's a way that I can contribute and get my crafty on at the same time, which I like. So anyway, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will try my best to answer them. Again, I'm not an expert, but most of your questions are going to be answered on the Operation Right Home page. I love everyone's comments that they've been leaving recently, so thank you very much for your kind comments, and I will see you in the next video.